All right, let's just jump right in. I want you to think about Google. For what, 25 years now, we've all had one word for it: search engine. Well, I'm here to tell you that's over. That entire identity, the very foundation of how we've all navigated the internet, it's done. What if I told you Google isn't a search engine anymore? At all?
Now, that's not just my hot take. This comes from SEO expert Marie Haynes, and believe me, she knows her stuff. She's spent more than 16 years practically reverse engineering Google's brain, and her conclusion is pretty staggering. Google isn't just a librarian finding you a list of books anymore. Nope, it's becoming your personal assistant, an agent that actually does things for you. And look, this isn't some minor update or a small feature change. We're talking about a seismic shift. This one single change completely redefines, well, everything. How you find information, how anyone runs a business online, even our basic relationship with technology itself. It's a total rewrite of the rules. So how in the world did we get here, right? Well, to really grasp this new identity, we've got to rewind a bit, because it turns out this massive change has been happening right under our noses for years. Marie Haynes points out that this didn't start yesterday. The whole AI first thing, it actually kicked off quietly way back in 2017. That's when Google's AI started making judgment calls on really sensitive stuff, like health and finance advice. Then you fast forward to 22, and they roll out the helpful content system. But the real kicker was in 2024. That's when those AI signals stopped being a side project and got baked right into the core algorithm, the very DNA of Google. Okay, that brings us to the AI itself, the star of the show. To really understand what's going on, we need to pop the hood and see how this new brain actually, well, thinks. What does it care about? Which leads to the million-dollar question, right? If this AI is running the show now, what's its motivation? What does it actually care about? Forget the old rules. What's the new currency of the internet? Honestly, it's a complete 180. The old SEO game was all about, technical hacks and tricks, backlinks, stuffing keywords everywhere, all that stuff. The new game, it's about one thing and one thing only. Are you, the user, happy? The AI figures this out by watching every single move you make. It sees what you click, how long you stick around on a page, and, crucially, whether you bounce right back to the search results, unsatisfied. And the engine driving all of this has a name: NavBoost. Now, this isn't some brand new tool. It's been around inside Google for a while, but now it's been, well, supercharged. Its entire job is to track every click, every long click, every time a user hits the back button. And it uses all that to build this enormous living database of human satisfaction. And get this, that data is now more powerful than pretty much any of the old school ranking signals we used to obsess over. But here's what's fascinating. The AI isn't just learning in a vacuum. It's actually being taught, coached by real people. Google has a team of, get this, 16,000 human quality raters. Their entire job is to constantly feed the AI examples, teaching it, yes, this is a good result, or nope, this one is junk. They're literally shaping its sense of taste. So what you end up with is this incredibly powerful two-part feedback loop. On one side, the AI proposes new ways to rank things. Then the human raters step in and give their expert opinion. But the final vote, the ultimate decider, comes from real users. Us, with our clicks. The AI gobbles up all that feedback, learns from it, and gets just a little bit smarter every single day about what we actually want. All right, this is where we get to the really big leap. If we accept that Google is no longer a search engine, but an AI agent, what does that actually mean for us? What does an agent even do? Here's the absolute key distinction, the thing you have to understand. A search engine finds stuff. It gives you a list of links, and then its job is done. An AI agent, on the other hand, does stuff. It takes the information and completes a task for you. It's the difference between showing you a recipe and actually cooking the meal. Okay, let's make this super concrete with a real example Google's already rolling out. Imagine you want to buy, say, a new pair of headphones. You just tell Google, hey, let me know when these drop below $100, and then you forget about it. When the price finally drops, Google sends you a quick text. Hey, the price is right. Should I buy it? You text back yes, and that's it. The AI agent completes the entire purchase for you. You never visited a website, never filled out a form, never even opened your browser. And that, right there, that should send a shiver down the entire online economy.
Because, as Marie Haynes points out when describing this exact process, her quote was, "I never went to visit that website." Think about that. Website traffic, the absolute lifeblood of millions of online businesses, was just bypassed completely.
Now, that sounds pretty scary, and for a lot of people, it will be. But a massive shift like this always creates a massive opportunity for the people who are ready to adapt. So the question becomes, how do you not just survive, but actually thrive in this new age of AI agents? This is the new strategic question every single creator, every single business means to be asking themselves. It's not, how do I rank higher anymore? The new question is, how do I become the most satisfying, most helpful possible answer for a user? Because that's how you prove your value, not to a search algorithm, but directly to the AI agent. And wouldn't you know it, Google has a framework for this. It's a bit of an alphabet soup, but it's called EEAT. That stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Basically, this is the checklist. This is the scorecard that both the AI and those 16,000 human raters are using to decide if you are the real deal. But, and this is so important, here's the mistake almost everyone makes. EEA is not about what you say about yourself. You can't just write, "I'm an expert" in your bio and call it a day. It's about what other people say about you. It's your reputation across the entire internet. It's what other trusted websites, other real experts, and other communities are saying about you. So your entire strategy has to shift. It's less about SEO tricks and more about building a real reputation. We're talking about publishing original research that's so good other people can't help but cite it. It's about building a loyal tribe through an email list or on social media. It means proving you've got real firsthand experience with what you're talking about. You need to get featured on podcasts, get quoted in articles, and actually show up and participate in your real-world community. And that means the way you measure success has to change too. It's time to stop obsessing over old vanity metrics like keyword rankings or just raw traffic numbers. Who cares if you get 1 million visitors if none of them are happy? Instead, you have to focus on the things that actually signals satisfaction to the AI. Things like how engaged users are, how many people fill out a form, and of course, how many actually convert into customers. Those are the signals the new Google is listening for. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture. Because this isn't just about search results. This shift goes way, way beyond the browser. We're really talking about the future of how we interact as information, period. So right now, today, it's AI agents inside a search box. That's step one. But the near future? That's things like AI-powered glasses that are layering information directly onto your view of the real world. And if you want to look farther out, the distant, but not impossible future, is things like direct brain-computer interfaces, where we have instant, seamless access to all of this knowledge. It's a wild trajectory. Now, I know, that sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but that is the scale of change we are on the brink of. And don't just take my word for it. Google's own CEO, Sundar Pichai, has gone on record saying that AI will be more profound for civilization than fire or electricity. Just let that sink in for a second. Fire, electricity, that's the magnitude of the moment we're in. And that leaves us with one last big, kind of unsettling question to think about. As these AI agents continue to get smarter and more capable, as they become our personal shoppers, our travel agents, our researchers, what's our role in all of this? What's left for us to do in a world where our technology doesn't just find the answers anymore, but actually takes the action for us?